for this time of year, and that's why these storms still have plenty of fuel to work with, and just the outflow, the winds coming out of these storms, along with the cold front behind it, that is more than enough to provide the lift to get these strong thunderstorms going. So we're talking about these strong updrafts being able to hold up a whole lot of moisture. As all that rain, that heavy rain comes down, you just get those stronger winds rushing right out of the storm, and they actually help to build themselves. So even if we didn't have the cold front moving in, you could see these storms simply just progress on their own outflow, but the fact that we have the cold front coming in as well is just aiding in keeping these storms as strong as they are. So we're continuing with our severe thunderstorm threat in Jackson County. Even though in DeKalb it's been quiet for you so far, you may be looking at a little bit of lightning off in the distance just across the Tennessee River. You might be able to hear some of that thunder, and you give it another 20, 30, 40 minutes, depending on where you live in DeKalb County, you will see these stronger thunderstorms head your way. So this is going to be a threat that has worked its way across all of the area. But the good news is out towards the shoals west of I-65, or at least west of I-65 north of the Tennessee River, all quiet. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out just a little bit more here. And just to, again, reset the stage here, give some perspective. Notice west of I-65, Bankhead National Forest of Lawrence County, towards Russellville, Phil Campbell into Colbert County. Even though there could still be a little bit of light rainfall behind this, not looking at any more of a severe threat. The severe threat is essentially from Coleman right through Morgan County, and then as you get into northern Marshall County, all on the Tennessee River into Jackson and any areas out to the southeast of that. That is where our severe threat still remains, but we have a number of our viewers all clear. In fact, if you're watching our broadcast in southern Tennessee, you as well, all clear with this. So we're towards the tail end of this, and within the next hour, hour and a half, we ought to see a lot of these storms almost out of the viewing area. So this is not going to be a situation where we're dealing with these strong thunderstorms lasting on into the night. We will be wrapping this up in relatively short order, so you won't have to worry about this continuing into tonight. Brad?
Okay, yeah, I just want to touch base with everyone on the severe thunderstorm warning down here farther to the south. We still have, is this Max 2? Let's switch over to Max 2. That's the computer we want right here, I believe, as we pan around. There we go. What I want to do here is show you what's going on out here to the east just one more time as we get up here into Jackson County. That tornado warning set to expire. In fact, they've replaced that, but we're still looking at some very strong winds moving into Stevenson. So I would definitely stay away from your windows in Stevenson and find adequate shelter inside your home for the potential for damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour with that storm. Let's go to Mark Thornhill. Mark, what do you got?
One quick update and a correction. A lot of my kind Facebook friends have been telling me again that one fatality that we are reporting tonight occurred on Cloverdale Road in the Shoals in Lauderdale County. It actually not in Lexington. It's in the Underwood-Petersville area. And again, one man ran off the road, weather-related, went off the road, struck a tree, and was pronounced dead at the scene. So again, want to correct that. Again, thank you for correcting me on our social media. Underwood-Petersville area, tragic scene tonight, Brad.
Okay, again, unfortunate to hear that. We're going to be spinning down our coverage, but before we do so, I want to go back over here into Jackson County. We do have no tornado warnings in effect at this time. What we are seeing is some strong wind here, especially as you go in and around Stevenson from Scottsboro and areas to the north. So dangerous storm here nonetheless as we look over here into Jackson County. New severe thunderstorm warning down into Coleman County as well. And before we leave you, I want to take one more look at the velocity coming out of this storm. Very intense. So even though it's been downgraded from a tornado warning to a severe thunderstorm warning, we still have some very high winds in and around Stevenson. So let's zoom back in here one more time, and then we'll get you back to your regularly scheduled program. As we go northeast of Scottsboro, and as you go right up towards Stevenson, very high winds in this area here. And as we track all along this line, that's really what we're going to be dealing with, at least for the next hour. And then, as David said, it'll be short-lived. It'll be in and out of here. And as that takes place, we will no longer be dealing with any threat of severe weather anywhere here in North Alabama. So again, up here towards Stevenson, some very strong winds. You get to the south towards Hollywood, very high winds there. And it looks like we may have just a little bit of circulation going on east of Scottsboro down towards Hollywood. So that's something we'll have to keep a very close eye on. In fact, I'm going to take a look and see what the shear looks like in and around that area northeast of Scottsboro. I don't think that has quite updated yet, but we have some fairly strong shear down here just to the south of Highway 72. That's going to be east of the Woodville and Gurley area. Let's see what the radar, the next rad looks like in that area. But again, a lot of this is going to be some rotation that we have going on in the mid-levels. Here it is, 9:02. No tornado warnings in effect at this time, so we are going to go ahead and reset you back to your regularly scheduled program, what you had intended to watch this evening, as it is now 9 o'clock. Of course, if they issue any additional tornado warnings, we will be right back on air at a moment's notice. We will be going over to our live streaming at WFF.com, and if you don't have our weather app, you can download that weather app, and we'll continue to provide you the information streaming live on our weather app as well. For meteorologist David Ernst, to meteorologist Lauren Jones, and Mark Thornhill, now back to your regularly scheduled program.